Good morning, hunters. Across the country. Hey, this country's a mess, Jack. It is jacked up like Hogan's goat right now. So, I don't know what the intent is of all this commotion and chaos. You know, there's so much misinformation out there. It's ridiculous. It's the 12th of January, and if everything goes as the mainstream media plans, we'll have a new president and vice president in the White House. But nothing changes. It's all the same. Our liberties and freedoms will continue to be trampled on, just like they were in the last administration or this current administration, just like they were in the last administration, the 8 years of Obama, just like they were in the administration before that, and the administration before that, and the administration before that. Take a very hard look at everything that's going on. I had a friend of mine post something on Facebook that really makes a lot of sense, right? So I figured I'd share it with you guys on here. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't remember it exactly, but to stand up and fight against one color of boot on your neck for a different color boot on your neck is futile. Futile. Makes perfect sense, right? And like I said in the video before, we should stand up for no man, no king, no tyrant. You stand up in support of the Constitution. You stand up in support of your liberties. That's one thing. But to go through great lengths to stand up in support of one man is dangerous. It's dangerous to liberty. It subjects you to control. So I would ask that all of you think about that today. There's been a lot of rumors out there flying around concerning actions that the current administration would take. The immediate actions that the next administration will take concerning people's liberties and freedoms. But we will see. You know, if ever I thought that there was going to be a big gun grab, it was actually during the Obama administration. And it never happened. Nothing happened other than that. And the current administration came in and imposed more restrictions on Second Amendment protected activities than the previous one. I don't know if it was a timing thing or what. But I do know this. I'm going to survive either way. My family is going to survive either way. Because I'm going to see to it. I'm going to make those hard choices, those difficult decisions to secure me and my family's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So I've been pretty unhappy over the last couple years with the way things are going in our country. I fear for my children and my grandchildren and what they will have to endure as subjects to a nation that has turned into Europe. So let's talk about that for a minute. I did a video called The Great Migration, where I talked about folks in different parts of the country leaving those parts of the country because they have created a mess, and then moving to other parts of the country and creating a mess again, right? So this seems to be an ongoing trend with Americans. And I think it's only Americans, right? So the whole reason British colonists, the expansion of the United Kingdom happened the only reason the expansion of the United Kingdom happened was to get away from the United Kingdom, right? We had the colonies all up and down the East Coast, all the way to the Appalachian Mountains. And got tired of the heavy hand that we supported. So we decided to stand up and fight. And fight we did. And the Treaty of Paris recognized the United States as a free and sovereign nation. The 13 colonies became the 13 states. And then we grew and expanded and suppressed and oppressed the native people of America. We marched them thousands of miles to their death. And I say we, as an inclusive nation. And then we had slavery, of course, where we imported Africans from the west coast of Africa and brought them over here to work. And yes, people owned people back then. That's just the way it was. And finally, we corrected that mistake. We gave the Indians their own land. The Native Americans, the Indians, whatever you want to call them. We gave them their own land, the land that we no longer wanted. And we subsidized, and we still subsidize, their impoverished nations. Make no mistake about it. This country is not and has never been utopia. It has never been without its quarrels and its differences. But at some point, we must stop the continued degradation of our foundation, because everything above it, everything above that foundation can be remodeled. You can tear out the kitchen cabinets and counter and put in new. You can move the bathroom. You can even put an addition on it. But if the foundation is not firm and strong, the top will collapse. I don't know what the next few days are going to bring us, but I would ask this of all of you. Ensure you have what you need for your families. All of it. Pray for the nation to secure its foundation. I would just ask that you pray for the nation to secure its foundation. God bless you all. Keep your powder dry. And sic semper tyrannis.